Hi, so I wanted to talk to you about my favorite cleaner. It's the Thieves All Purpose Cleaner. See, I made it in a little bottle. It's got vinegar, thieves, and lemon in it. And I've been using it for all kinds of things like my counters, my sinks, my windows, the kids' toys, mirrors, just everything. It's all purpose, right? But I wanted to see if it was something that I could use to clean up nasty stuff like raw chicken juice and, you know, just the stuff that gets all over your counter when you're in the kitchen and cooking. So I did a little science experiment, and in the name of science, I wiped raw chicken juice all over my counter. It was kind of gross. And then I cleaned part of it with my Thieves cleaner. And then I cleaned part of it with a mixture of just vinegar and water to see if the oils were really doing the work or if it was just the vinegar doing the work for me. And then I also cleaned part of it with Lysol. And after I had cleaned all of that, I took swabs and put it on a little agar plate. It's a little petri dish. Hold on, I got one. Okay, I got my agar plate. So this is an agar plate. In the fridge, so you know, whatever, but you can see it's got the agar there, and that's where the bacteria grows. It's like food for bacteria. So after I cleaned my counters, I swabbed the counter, and then I swabbed it onto the agar plate, and I put it in a little incubator to see what would grow, or if anything was going to grow at all. And here are the results. Okay, here's experiment number 1. There's the 50% water, 50% vinegar. Now you see all these splotches all over the agar plate? That's bacteria colonies. So that's what was left on my counter after I cleaned it with vinegar and water. Here's the control. It's out of control. That's what would have been left on my counter if I hadn't cleaned it at all. Now here's what I was not expecting. Check out the Thieves and the Lysol. First of all, I was not expecting any bacteria to be on the Lysol, and then I really wasn't expecting that there would be more bacteria colonies on the Lysol than on the Thieves. So that kind of threw me for a loop. So I put these 4 in the refrigerator, and I did an experiment again. I conducted experiment number 2 on the 13th, and I've let them grow. And here's vinegar and water. They haven't been growing as long as the first experiment, so the colonies are a little smaller. Here's control, still out of control. And here are the Thieves and Lysol. There's nothing on those plates. So, what does that lead us to conclude? So we can conclude that my Thieves cleaner does a pretty kick-butt job of cleaning up all the messes I make in my kitchen. And it smells really good too, like a Christmassy, spicy kind of smell. I really like it. Another thing I really like about this cleaner is that my daughter, it's safe for her to use. So when it's time for her to clean up the counters or whatever, she can just take her little bottle and go clean. And when my son drops something on the floor, one of his toys, I can just spray it and hand it right back to him. I don't have to worry about rinsing it off afterwards. But I think one of my favorite things to use this for is cleaning my fruits and vegetables from the grocery store. So I just spray it on there, and then I shake them around a little bit, rinse them off a few times, and then they're good to go. So that's Thieves All Purpose Cleaner. I really like my cleaner, and I think it's going to be great in your house too.